Hello and welcome to episode 13
14.
of the Should Have Been a Cowboy pot. Did I really do that already? I swear to God, it's... No, the last episode was 13, wasn't it?
Yep.
Am I stupid? I
Yep.
might be stupid. No, this is 13. Last episode was 12. Fuck you, I'm right. Anyway, welcome to episode 13, as I called, of the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. I'm here joined as always by my co-host, Ohio Man.
Yeah.
Fellow militia member Aqua Fishing, for at least part of it, and our newest member of the militia, making his first appearance on the channel, my boyfriend.
Too far, James, too far.
I forgot, how did you want me to refer to you?
Scotland.
Doesn't matter.
Scotland.
Scotland though, yeah.
Alright, sure. Scotland. My boyfriend's Scotland. Because that's where he lives.
Yeah, hello.
So,
If you can't
we had
hear
to,
that
we
he
had
goes
to
there, then
settle a lot of technical issues firsthand because we had to have him install Twitch and all this shit so we could actually enable him to
because you know, first world country.
have his audio on the podcast. Yeah. So also the first foreign member.
Why is
of
he
the
punching
militia.
a sprunk machine?
It ran out.
Did you know that you are more likely to get killed by technically that sprunk machine than a shark?
Hold on.
Vending machines are somehow deadlier than sharks. But also more people are on land encountering a vending machine. It is no longer a sprunk machine. So, regardless, so... Alright, well, we are down to 3 people in the no. Alright, so let's get this started.
Welcome to the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast.
Yep,
My name is
yes,
Ohio
this is
Man.
true, too.
Today we have multiple topics.
He
The
thinks he's
introduction
more
of a
important.
new militia member, Mr. Scotland. How is life in Scotland?
Shit.
Thank you for summing up, Scotland. Hope you all had a nice day. Let's get to the next topic.
Oh, a cop just ran into me and somehow I didn't.
So,
get
in all
stars.
seriousness, like, do you wish you lived in America?
Yes.
How so? Well, I mean, obviously because it's America, but like,
Well, obviously
Yeah.
there's one element, but
Yeah.
like, let's use this hypothetical. Were I not in the question, would that be something you would consider doing?
Yes.
All right.
There's
So
a
let's
lot more opportunities
go through
in
the
America.
reasoning.
huh?
Job-wise and all
Exactly.
that. And Scotland's a bit boring.
Yeah, and y'all say Ohio is boring. Try going to Scotland. Like,
Well,
come
he
on.
hasn't been to Ohio yet. We'll see.
We'll find out.
I guarantee you will
Yeah.
find Ohio so much more exciting. It's much more than
It's
just
so
cornfield.
much.
Come on, guys.
You say that, but you also brag about how it's all cornfields. Make up your mind.
That's true. I love how it's
Is it all
cornfield.
cornfield, or is it nothing?
I do love the cornfield.
Is it everything else? I don't know. You haven't been to the Rocky Mountains.
I have.
The real Rocky Mountains. You haven't been to the Northern Rockies.
Whatever. I went to Pikes Peak.
Anyway. Pikes Peak's neat. We also have a racetrack there, which is pretty cool. So,
Anyhow.
were I not in the question, where would be your first thought to go?
Hmm.
What state would you go to?
Obviously,
I'll be yours. I hear that all the time, so.
I'll just inform you here, don't.
Why?
We, actual
Dude,
Americans
that's the
hate it.
shithole. Are you kidding me? It's the
Is
place
it?
you
For
hear
one,
about all the time.
crime
'cause
rate's
That's where the movies
mad.
come from. But like, come on now.
But also, the people there suck.
It's the shithole of the
It's
country.
very
It's almost
smoggy.
worse than Hawaii. Hawaii
The
at least
threat of
looks
wildfire
nice.
is practically constant because there's always a drought. And Californians just think they're the Californians are like
state- the
Chihuahuas.
whole
They
state
think
of
they are they think they're
California.
hot shit when in reality they're just this
Yeah.
little barking little bitch.
Yeah, the whole state of California is just the trash pit of the United States. Like
They also have way too strict gun laws.
yes.
And also you can like commit most crimes
With the
and
gun.
not get arrested for it because they just because it's so
Yeah.
Democrat that they're just like, well, you know, like if that's one like
Second
when
chance.
riots started happening.
Everyone's got second chance. Oh, everyone's got third
Yeah,
chances.
when riots started
everyone's got
happening, they were like,
chances.
all right, we're not gonna
We'll go
arrest
100.
you.
Like everyone
for-
has a rap sheet a million miles long.
I am speaking.
My bad.
But yeah, like if you go into most blue states and you assault a police officer, evade arrest, destroy things in connection to a riot, you won't be held
Wouldn't
criminally charged.
recommend doing those things, by the way.
No, not in a good state.
Like ours.
Also, LA, I mean, California just.
Now,
I
when
mean,
you
I guess
said
it
LA,
has
did
a lot
you
to
mean
offer.
Louisiana or Los Angeles?
No one wants to live in Louisiana.
Because we all assumed Los
And
Angeles.
anyone familiar with the military understands what I mean when I
Louisiana's
say
not all
Fort
that bad.
Polk.
You know, Duck Dynasty,
Fort
you know?
Polk.
Oh,
Look
shit.
up Fort Polk. That's all you need to know.
You know.
Just look up Fort Polk. Anyway,
Shop.
for me to give you some recommendations. Now, obviously, for one, there's heavy bias here, but for two, I don't really know what suits you best. I mean, personally, I want to go to Wyoming because there's no one there, and the gun laws are really good, and by good, I mean there are none.
That's what good means, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what
If you
good
didn't
means,
know
for the
that.
record.
If
Yeah,
you want to be an American, then good gun laws
and-
mean no gun laws.
Yeah, but also housing is much cheaper.
Or at
One
least
thing in LA,
the least amount of gun
you could
laws.
not
Like,
find a house in
obviously
LA
you don't want
because
criminals to find it.
like a studio apartment's like $4,000. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration. but
It's
still,
cheap
like,
to live here.
the property is insane, and that's another reason why Wyoming appeals to me.
Yeah.
Is because property's not that bad, and I can own a big ass property with land to hunt on and a river, lake to fish at, and an outdoor range, and you know all that good stuff.
You can
But the
own
Midwest
part of
is pretty good
America.
for that too. If you want open space, the Midwest is a good place to do it.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of stuff out here.
Texas,
Florida.
northern Florida,
Yeah.
My Florida.
not southern Florida. And also, if you prefer not dying of heat stroke, I wouldn't recommend Florida. But
You like mosquitoes?
because my mom is from Florida, and I can assure you she fucking hates it. She also grew up when Central Air didn't exist, so there was no like.
Yeah, don't do it.
There was no, like, not dying of heat stroke. You were
Yeah.
just miserable all day.
Yeah, I can't handle heat.
No,
You
I
can't
prefer
handle heat?
cold,
Oh, I
which
love
is
the
part
heat.
of... I
can't
prefer the
stand the
cold,
cold.
which is why I like living
Snow-
in the mountains.
Snow is a swear word around here. I'm not even
And
kidding.
on Texas, where there's snow and it shuts down the whole fucking state with there's less snow. We got more snow. We got like 2 feet of snow.
We only get rain.
Like a week after...
Yeah, and I'm
Really,
sure it does that all the
you
time.
guys are farther closer to the North Pole than we
Yeah.
are, too.
Well, that's like
interesting.
Washington. They're like up in that kind of latitude or longitude or whatever it is. All those
I
rainy,
believe that's longitude.
all that rainy stuff, you know, the shitty weather all the time.
Yeah, you'd feel right at home in like
You need to move to Seattle.
Seattle,
Yeah.
because it's
Maybe Oregon
also
somewhere.
very liberal. Really avoid the entire West Coast. Those 3
Yeah,
states:
the West Coast
Washington,
is not all
Oregon.
that. It really
and
isn't. I mean, yeah, the
California.
scene is beautiful, but like, once you get to
Oh,
the
my
city, it kind of gets to shit. Honestly, the Midwest, if you want America, Midwest. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sing the Midwest's praises. I've been there a few times, although it's been a long time. To be honest, okay, that's nice of you. To be honest, it all just depends on like what kind of climate you like, what kind of terrain you prefer.
Nice. Who is that?
I think that was Gavin again.
Dude, that was
I think
good.
that was Scotland.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he
definitely
didn't even have to
Scotland.
take off his mic to do it.
Yeah.
Get the fart.
That's the thing. The first fart on the channel. Congratulations.
Yay.
Did the thing.
I don't
Aqua still
feel
hasn't
so
done that
honored.
actually. I don't believe. Oh. But anyway. So kind of the best state for you all depends on the environment you want to be in. Whether you want to be in more in the city,
If
the
you don't
suburb,
like
the
hot-
country.
Ohio is good because it's not too hot, but it gets pretty cold in the winter.
If you don't like heat, avoid the south.
Okay.
don't move to
Generally.
Atlanta pretty much.
Yeah, Atlanta, I mean, Texas is hot because, like, you know, they start putting on coats when it hits fucking 70.
Yeah, which is absurd because apparently
Yeah.
they're not used to it.
Because to me, like, 70 is the point where I start, like, having to put on shorts, or, like, having to consider whether or not I'm wearing my cowboy boots and jeans. I never don't, but start to consider it.
Yeah.
But also a big element is quality of people. The more north you go, the worse the people get.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess,
oh,
kind of.
shit. I mean, it kind of depends on where north you're going.
I mean, I think
but,
it's
like,
not north. I just think of how rural it is, because really rural areas have more polite, kind-mannered people.
yeah, because you get that southern hospitality the more... Because, like,
Yeah.
in Wyoming's pretty far north. There's only one state above it,
Yeah,
Montana,
same thing
too.
here.
But it
People
has that southern hospitality.
Well, I mean, as long as you're
You
not
know,
in
where
too
the
much
people
of
are
a-
nice.
Yeah, if you're not in, like, the middle of the suburbs or, like, in the city, people are really nice.
Yeah, but a big element of it is just climate and... Oh, my God. Climate and environment. So if you prefer more mountainous stuff, you're going to want to stick to...
Not Ohio.
I mean, there's the Rockies, there's the Cascades, the Smokies, the Appalachian Mountains.
Now, if you want
So most of the
Appalachian,
country.
southeastern Ohio is actually not bad. With the
West
Wayne
Virginia's pretty nice.
The Wayne National Forest is actually pretty nice.
And I'm pretty familiar with West Virginia. West Virginia's another good spot. If you can deal with the humidity, it's still a pretty average climate, ultimately. So if you can deal with the humidity in the summer, it's a pretty good spot to be in.
I'm talking about humidity.
As well as, like,
you go to Florida.
Northern Virginia, well, yeah,
Oh
no
my
one
god, it was
wants
so
to deal with the
humid here this
humidity.
summer. It was crazy. Like, people couldn't handle it. It was
It's always
literally
like
absurd.
It was pretty
80
humid at my
degrees here,
dad's.
but it feels like 103.
Yeah, really. I went to a Southern Rock festival with my dad, and it rained like 3 times. But it got pretty hot when it was hot.
That's
It
hot.
was but I learned that my felt cowboy hat can, in fact, handle rain.
Yeah, but it probably smelled like shit afterwards.
No, not to my knowledge.
Oh. I tried wearing my cowboy hat today, and my mom's like, it's pouring outside. It'll get all stinky and shit. I'm like, yeah, right.
It smells
They're-
like mildew.
They're made for that. Like,
They're made to be in the
they're made
outdoors.
to be in the weather.
But, and really the biggest definition for where you should go is housing. Because there are some places where housing is insane.
Yeah, it's cheap to live
But
here.
somewhere it's really not.
Ohio is one
Generally,
of the
the more
cheapest
Republican
states to live
states
in.
have the cheaper rent. Because they also have a smaller population and less demand. But,
Anyhow, let's
Anyway.
talk about our country. Let's talk about your country. How shit is it?
Well,
so I guess what don't you like?
Yeah, what do you like about Scotland? I mean, I probably, that's why I shorter list than the things you
I
don't
like the cold.
Like, you like the what?
Okay, fair.
Why?
cold.
Why?
I just
Yeah,
love it.
let me look at the forecast for his
I
area
want to know the
compared
reason
to mine.
that you like cold.
It's easier to manage.
Yeah.
Because, like, when it's hot, you can only do so much. But when it's cold, you can layer up more.
I guess when you say hot, I don't think like scorching hot. I think like just a warm, nice 70 degrees, light wind. You know?
Yeah, that's like a decent temperature.
Yeah.
Looking at the forecast for the rest of the week, in his area, it doesn't go over 60 for the entire week.
Ever?
Whereas here,
It's supposed to
that- well,
drop
for the
pretty low
next
this
week.
week.
Here it doesn't go below 60. It's 73 today.
Oh, here it's supposed to drop
68
down
tomorrow.
to like 30 something.
And in West Virginia, doesn't go below 60.
Check
So,
Ohio.
Yeah, it's a decent bit colder. Fine. I don't have that
It's supposed to
saved,
get
but
pretty cold.
maybe I'll save your spot too.
Fuck.
And
It's 52 right now. It just changed.
yes, it is. Drops to 53 on Tuesday. 56,
48 wind
58.
chill.
So actually, it's only above 60 for 2 days.
Yeah,
so
no, it's
your
supposed to be
climate
pretty,
actually does not seem to be too far off.
pretty cold this week.
Yeah, but
I've
like
seen the
like
pictures of
around
it, so-
here, Usually by now, the fall leaves would be gone because there'd be a massive windstorm or snowstorm that would just completely remove all of the leaves. But they're actually still there. It's pretty unusual. But what else do you like about that place? If there really is anything else.
Started or something.
Watch your A's.
The views, I guess. Well,
What
some of it.
I feel like it is decently scenic. It's kind of a mountainous
Yeah,
place.
it's
So
alright.
I
I like the glen walking, you know, and mountain climbing. Oh, mountain walking, more like.
Yeah, hiking's really good around here. We are actually the least obese state because people like hiking around here. People like hiking and mountain biking and all that stuff. So, now I'm not helping the statistic because I'm overweight, but you know.
Chunky.
I will say, I do love the convenience
That's right, Twitch,
of my
I
state.
just fat shamed. What you gonna do about it?
Living in the Denver metro area is really convenient. I can,
Ew.
in the span of like a 20-minute drive from my house, I can go to a baseball game, football game, hockey game, basketball game, concert, 2 different concert venues. One of them is one of the best in the Union. It's called Red Rocks. God damn it.
See, for mine, with about 20-minute drive, you can go to a gas station.
That's fine.
And I think that's about it.
You guys are going to have to hold down the fort for a second. My cat refuses to stop yelling at my mom, so she desperately needs me to feed this little son of a bitch. So
What?
I...
Twitch,
Be
you hear
right
The
that,
demon's
Twitch?
fun. Kill it.
Wow.
Say it again.
Gas station.
Oh! Anyhow, small town USA is where you want to be.
Well,
That city life, you know.
No, I don't. No,
Let's talk about something other than.
I don't know.
What do you got in sports? Do you like any sports?
I don't like any sports, so yeah.
you're right.
I used to do ice hockey.
Alright.
That was a while back.
That's
Ice hockey?
it. Kill him.
See, around
Yeah.
here we just call it hockey.
Yeah, well,
So why do you have to have the ice in front of it?
well, it's just different. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
We name things weirdly. I don't know why.
What other hockey is there? I guess there is street hockey. But that you have
Well-
a street in front of.
You get hockey and then you get shinty. They're basically the same thing.
You get what?
Hockey and then you get shinty.
Okay, I apologize.
Shitney?
Shinty. Shinty.
Shinny.
Yeah.
Can you say it in an American accent?
Shinty.
You know, I didn't get that.
Yeah, no, one more time.
Do it, Megan. Shinty.
Shinty?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's basically hockey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you know what he's talking about.
I like hockey.
Well, when
Basically,
I say
hockey's
hockey,
good enough.
I'm meaning like on land, not ice. You know?
Oh, we have field hockey, too.
Yeah, that. Well, I'm getting confused here.
So it's,
We also,
we also have street hockey,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
so it doesn't have to be on ice to be hockey.
No,
What's
but
the
he said he
difference?
called it ice hockey.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I've never heard that. People just say hockey around here.
Well, there are different forms, so it's
I
just
know,
good
but
to
like
differentiate.
hockey, ice hockey, I guess would be the normal one.
Ice hockey is, when you say hockey, most of the time you mean ice hockey, but sometimes, just to be sure, especially when talking about a sport in a different country.
You guys want to see
wanna
some
specify.
lightning and the thunder? Do, do, do. Lightning and the thunder. Do, 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 do,
Okay, anyway, before I get a copyright strike.
Sorry. Did you guys see the lightning and the thunder?
So what were you guys? No, I'm in the garage. What were you talking about?
Imagine.
That brought up hockey.
I asked him if he liked any
Sports
sports,
they have out
like
there?
what kind of sports they have out there. And he says, I don't like any sports. And then I said, yeah, you definitely are gay.
Well, I don't know. I'm a big sports guy.
Well, I mean, you're not gay. so-
I'm a big outlier, though, to be honest. I barely count as gay.
Cap. I mean, Sorry.
I mean lid.
Yeah. My fault.
Yes, that's good.
Well, I know I explained baseball to you once.
Yeah, you did.
Although baseball is kind of a hard game to explain, to be honest, because it's
so easy.
very fucking... There's so much that you have to explain.
Huh?
It's
That's
basically
football.
not.
Well, football too, but like baseball is not the easiest thing to explain.
I mean,
It's not the easiest.
pitcher throws
Because like you
ball,
explain it, and I mean, I guess
batter hits ball.
At its
if
most
it's fair,
basic.
it's in play. If it's not, it's foul. In play,
okay.
you
Well,
get
that's
to
not the
run
first place I would have went.
First, second, third, home. You get all the way around, you score one. There you go. 3 strikes, you're out at the
Yeah,
old
the
ball
way I
game.
would have explained it at its simplest is just
It's the peanuts
there's
and
a pitcher
Cracker
that throws a
Jacks.
ball at a batter. The batter has to hit it
I don't care if I ever come back.
to make his way around the bases to score, but at the same time that
Root-
leaves
root
out
for the
so
home
much
team.
important.
You know?
That leaves out so much important
If they don't win, it's a
stuff
shame.
like the catcher, the outfielder, the infielders. When you stop bases, outs, strikes, balls. There's so much bullshit.
1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the
explain.
old ball game. Sorry, I had to finish it.
Yeah. So, although hockey's decently easy to explain.
Hockey's just state-sponsored violence.
And that's why it's such a good
You
sport.
go to a fight in a hockey
Because you can
game breaks
bare
out,
knuckle
pretty
punch
much.
somebody, and you can't do that in any other
Yeah,
American
you
sport.
go to a fight in a hockey break.
Okay, it's not an
hockey
American
game
sport.
breaks
It's a
out.
Canadian sport.
That's how that works.
Yeah, we don't have
But
that.
You don't have that?
No.
You don't have state-sponsored violence?
Nope. Apart
do you
from
have like
Shindy.
any form of like UFC
What about
or
racing?
like organized fighting?
Yeah,
we have
Conor
wrestling.
McGregor.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, like WWE style wrestling, like
Yeah.
fake.
He's
Yeah.
trash.
Okay.
Profit on my
Yeah,
point.
he's loving Monday Night Raw.
Raw dog. Sorry.
So yeah, do you know of any motorsports?
IMSA?
no.
Oh wait, that's American.
Arca.
Yeah, no.
Like endurance.
There's probably Formula.
What about Silverstone? I know that's a road course. Knockhill, that's a racetrack in Scotland.
UK Motorsports. What are they? Motorsport in the United
I
Kingdom.
know Silverstone, Knockhill.
The United Kingdom has been a major player in Formula One, so that's where Silverstone
yeah, I
does.
know
Brands Hatch as
Silverstone.
well.
Brands Hatch, that's the one. And yeah, that's the only one. Like, only 3 I can think of.
A few USAC races.
I know Knockhill,
which is
in
pre-IndyCar.
Scotland. That's the only one I can think of in Scotland.
MotoGP.
Oh, that's the
Motorcycle
motorcycle stuff, yeah.
Oh, apparently there's some drag racing stuff.
Oh, you guys know what muscle cars
Oh,
are?
rallying. Rally racing.
Oh, the nitro stuff?
Duh. RAC rally.
No, NASCAR,
WRC.
Imagine.
So what do you guys
Like
watch for
Ross.
fun then if there's no NASCAR?
Yeah.
I don't think
Pointless.
do you watch TV?
Countdown.
What's Countdown?
I don't
It's
know.
just like
I don't
TV
watch
shows.
it.
Are you guys even playing GTA anymore?
Yeah, yeah.
I've been on it the whole time. We didn't really
yeah,
do
I've-
the same thing though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just want to grind repo missions while we do the podcast.
No. I mean, I guess that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Alright, just keep talking, I'll set it up.
So, yeah, because you don't really watch sports, which I guess is really the only thing anyone really watches on TV anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Because, like, TV kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch TV. Watch like Magnum PI. I'm watching right now. I found that's got reruns of Duck Dynasty and stuff. I'm watching.
I know there's some.
other shows. There's a show
know
called
there's
Ghosts and stuff. It's really funny. That's new.
Why'd you invite me?
Because we're all doing this.
I don't know, I wanted to try and show you guys my outfit first and my car. Halloween themed, obviously.
You can do that. Don't watch your A's. Press A.
Yeah. Press your A's.
But gotta get rid of that music. Okay. So I know there are some American chains out there. I know Domino's is out there.
Yeah.
Because I brought that up yesterday. Because I
What
was
about
talking about my
Marco's?
bomb-ass Domino's
Nope.
pizza.
No,
Marco's isn't even
pizza?
here. You think it's gonna be there?
It's from
Marco's
Toledo.
is so
It's not
good.
even in all of the U.S.
Yeah, it's from
Man.
Toledo.
Marco's.
It's
I don't think there's anything founded in Ohio that's outside of.
Oh
the
yeah?
US.
You ever heard of tire brands?
No.
Such
You ever
as.
heard of the city of Akron?
Okay, list the tire brand.
Firestone,
Firestone.
Goodyear.
Those all from Ohio?
I mean that's Akron, pretty much. The rubber
Because
dust.
I think.
you know, that's where rubber comes
I think
from. It's an industrial state, so you're gonna have industrial stuff.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure,
whose
at
car
least
is
in
this?
motorsports, I think Europe mostly uses Pirelli. Although I don't
I
know
think
what
Michelin. No,
civilian
Michelin's
tires
from
are
somewhere
out there.
else.
Probably.
Is it?
I don't know. What other pizza chains do y'all have?
Pizza Hut.
That's good.
What else?
Goodyear.
Papa John's?
Okay, so
Nope.
everything from Ohio is Goodyear, Cooper Tires, Michelin, Bridgestone, BF Goodrich, Firestone, Continental AG, General Tire, Kelly Springfield Tire Company,
God, that is
Dunlop
all of them.
Tires, Mastercraft Tires, Hancock Tire, Kuhn Ho Tire,
See, but you don't have
Falcon
Hoosier.
Tires, and Nexon Tire.
See, but you don't have Hoosier.
Yeah, we don't have Hoosiers. My
So-
bad. Isn't that from like what, Indiana or something? My bad.
Yeah, because that's the nickname for the state is the Hoosier.
The Hoosiers,
state.
yeah, that would be self-explanatory.
Yeah.
What a
So let's see.
crazy coincidence.
Yeah,
What other American food chains would be out there? Y'all obviously have McDonald's.
I guarantee
Yeah.
you they're all
Given.
from Akron. Here, let me tell you what.
Okay.
Tire
whatever.
brands from Akron.
He's legally obligated to talk about his state as long and as drawn out as physically
Hey,
possible.
my
at
name
any
is
given
Ohio
moment.
Man from Muddin, right?
It should be.
Yeah,
Ohio
it
Man.
really
Whoop!
is.
I just
List
dumped
of
your ass.
tire
Jesus
brands
Christ.
From Ohio. Or from Akron.
Absolutely.
List
fucking-
of tire brands from Akron, Ohio.
Anyway,
Goodyear, Continental, Cooper, and Firestone.
cool. All right.
But all the other ones are just from everywhere else, but
Yeah,
So-
somewhere else.
those are some pretty big
So-
ones. At least the Firestone
fair.
and other one. Goodyear.
Year.
I don't know. I forgot about that in the last 2 seconds.
My car, my Cherokee has Firestones.
Supporting Ohio, are you?
That's what my dad put on there. I'm probably gonna buy BFGs, but
Also from Ohio, I believe.
yeah, but it's kind of hard to avoid because Hoosier doesn't make road tires.
Yeah,
so-
they do.
Do they?
Sure.
Yeah, we literally had this conversation, and I literally told you what to search up and everything, and found you.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
well
you
it's not
actually
listed on their
liked-
website. Oh yeah, no, I remember that now. But anyway, do y'all have? Let's see, Burger King.
Yeah, we have Burger King.
I'm sorry. To
What
hear
about
that.
Wendy's?
I'm
Place
sure
fucking
they
sucks.
have.
It does. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Nobody can escape McDonald's.
Oh, and apparently you know how
guys have
Domino's like
Arby's?
can't cut their fucking crust.
Wait, you guys have
apparently that's
Arby's,
an issue
right?
out there too.
What?
Arby's, right?
No.
What? Where do you get your meats though?
Oh no.
Here,
If you don't have Arby's, then who has the meats?
I don't know.
Wendy's has the beef, but I don't think they have that either.
No, they don't have the fucking beef. They get the vegan shit.
Well, they ask where. Well, that's the whole like commercial.
Yeah,
line
they
from,
ask
like,
where's the beef.
80s,
It's
like,
not
where's the
fucking
beef?
there.
There is no beef.
There isn't a beef.
Do you go to mostly like local, or at least not foreign companies when you go to like go eat?
Or is
Yeah,
it
mostly.
German, Scottish?
It's
Well,
mostly
yeah, but
McDonald's.
for him it would not be foreign.
Yeah, no, that's all I was
Well, that's fair. I genuinely really like McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'd assume the sit-down restaurants mostly aren't there. I'd assume it's mostly fast food.
Yeah.
In terms of American ones that are also there. I don't think there would be any sit-down restaurants. Because... Unless there are. I mean, there might be like one or two, but I don't know if there's any that's really that big. There's no fucking Walmart of sit-down
dude,
restaurants,
I get caught by the cops again.
Nice. I already turned in my car.
Here, I'm gonna come and drive by you. I'm gonna pick it up.
So, I don't know if we continue talking about this, but we were going to talk about it for a second. So what don't you like in particular about Scotland?
People.
Like, what are the people? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's
Well,
a big reason for a lot of places.
Yeah,
most
it's just
people.
stereotypical.
I'll be back.
Think of Scottish people as drunk.
Alright, well, at least to be back instead of just abandoning completely.
Same thing with Irish people. Except for I actually like Irish people.
I have a lot of Irish heritage, although I think it's more Scottish, but I don't know, to be honest.
I'm Scottish and
I haven't
Irish.
taken a fucking ancestry. Yeah, I'm a mixture of both.
I'm also
Maybe
a
a bit of
mixture
German too, like every other
of
fucking
a
American.
fuck ton of other European
Really.
countries that I don't care about.
That 0.01% black.
You know.
I don't know, but yeah, people is a pretty important aspect. It's a
Yeah.
big reason why a lot of states are bad and why a lot of states are good is because the people are either bad or good. Yeah, because the people aren't good. Let's see here. What else? Is there anything else you can think of?
Wait, okay. I guess lack of activities.
Yeah, and you're also
That's fair. I
stuck
can't.
on an
I don't.
island.
There's.
Yeah.
A pretty small one at that.
That's fair.
I mean-
How are the beaches? Are,
Man-made.
are there any beaches? Isn't it mostly just like cliff?
Yeah, it's man-made beaches.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
To be fair, there
comfortable.
aren't any here either. But I'm a landlocked state by like 3 states in any given direction.
I mean, I have a big lake, so
Well, in one direction.
there's some actually pretty nice
Nice.
beaches here.
I guess it's not an ocean beach, but
It's not an ocean, but they're very nice beaches, nonetheless. They're very large. It's a very large lake, and it looks like an ocean.
ooh, here's some important questions. Have you ever been fishing?
Yes. A long time
Did you
ago.
When was
catch
the last
anything?
time? Okay, that's fair.
I think I was 12 last time.
Okay. So the last time we went fishing, we hadn't even met.
Yeah. God, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Do you find any enjoyment in fishing? Is that something you
I
would
do.
do again? Oh,
Just-
good.
Don't know how to do it properly.
How? It's so
That's fair, I
simple.
mean-
It's so yeah, it really is.
It's pretty simple.
Super
It-
s- I mean, it's simple to the extent of how you're fishing. Like if
The
you're just
activity is
doing like
simple.
bobber and like night crawlers and shit, then
Mhm.
it's super easy because you're just racking in the bluegill like the nothing. But when you're like bass
Yeah, really.
fishing and stuff, and like actually trying like with lures and stuff, you kind of have to know what you're doing. Like for me, it's easy because
Yeah.
I've been doing it since I was a
And
little
have some
kid.
patience too.
Yeah, you gotta
I
know
don't
where to
have that
cast,
patience.
how to retrieve and stuff. You know, all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah. You also got to understand whether or not you can take that fish from that lake
Yeah,
without getting shafted by the long dick of the law,
yeah, the game warden.
Mr. Wannabe Game Warden.
Yeah. Let me just check what you got in the cooler, boss man.
So how about hunting?
Hunting? No.
Okay.
Cringe.
Is that something you would want to do?
I would like to try it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd like
good.
to take the life away.
You having
will take you.
cultivated an animal.
I will take you at some point.
Yeah.
Now, an important question of it is, do you have the mental fortitude to shoot an animal?
Dude, every time I
Yes.
want to go to shoot a squirrel, I just can't bring
Alright,
myself
good
to
to
do
hear.
it, 'cause I've watched those things grow up, like, and they're kind of like, I'm not trying to be weird, or anything, they're kind of cute when they like run around and they just look funny, you know?
Just because
I
of
have-
that,
I
I'm
have deer in
literally
my backyard.
sending
I like
pictures
deer.
of squirrels I've killed to the group chat.
Oh, please do. I don't even care. I just,
I would have trouble shooting
the
the
squirrels
specific two deer in my backyard.
It's specifically the squirrels in my yard because I've watched them grow up. You know, it's like I kind of feel personally
It's
attached
like
to
the
them.
only like deer I would feel bad about killing is the ones like in my
Yeah,
yard.
because like you just can't
they hang
see
out
them
and
all
they're
the
neat.
time. And they're cool
But like
to
if
look
I'm in
at.
an
Like,
actual
if you
location,
kill them now,
yeah,
then
it's
they're
nice to
not there
inspect.
anymore, and you can't see them. But like if I want stuff in the
Oh,
corner,
I don't care where they are, how long they could be babies just born. The cute little things, they're dead.
I mean, yeah, I
Well,
guess
Because I
you
get paid
I've
to
never-
are a
kill them.
bit different.
I get paid to kill them, so I mean,
That's different, yeah. Because most people do it for the fun of the game, you know.
no, that's why I do it. And then my grandma was like, "Hey, I'll start paying you $10 a squirrel." I'm like,
And also because a lot of
I'll
people
be there
like the
tomorrow.
taste of it. Have you ever had venison?
Yes.
What do you think?
I like
Yeah, but you probably had like red deer and stuff, or fallow deer and
I
stuff.
mean, it's still venison. It's not going to be
Lucky.
that far off, I'd assume. Yeah, because they do have a different
yeah,
kind of deer, I
because
guess,
it's
out there.
Scotland. They have fallow deer, red deer, all the other kinds of species. They don't have white-tailed deer like we do. Like us Americans and our cool
Or
ass
I have
deer.
mule mule deer, I think, around here.
Yeah, mule deer.
Fuck
And
you.
then in Wyoming, there's more pronghorn than people. But
Pronghorn,
and they
dude,
advertise
I've always
that, as
wanted
they
to hunt
should.
pronghorn. They're just so cool looking.
yeah, you know,
I wanna
Luke Combs went
deer
out
and
with
elk.
Steven
I
Ranella
want an elk
for
head on my
pronghorn
wall a lot.
hunting.
Yeah, I really want to do it. They're so fast
Wait.
too. They're the fastest
Dave,
animal in
what
North
you said you wanted
America.
to
They're
do?
just so cool.
I want an elk head on my wall a lot.
Exactly, dude, that's my dream animal, kills an elk.
Dude, Dream Hunt, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
Lumber TV. I want to do what he did. New Mexico in wherever he was. Dude.
My dream hunt would be with
That's-
Steven Ranella. That's the best hunter on this earth.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I was agreeing with you because I don't know who it is, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure.
You know the guy that owns the show Meat Eater?
Oh, I think I kind of know. What
I
you're
know that
talking about.
show.
I've heard of it.
Somebody went on that recently that I thought was pretty cool. I don't remember.
Luke Combs, the country singer.
Yeah, it was Luke Combs.
We were-
Yeah, he went out pronghorn hunting in Wyoming with him.
Oh, whoops. So, I know you're a little bit of a fan of country music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've
I know
only
you like-
seen like certain people that are like not relevant anymore. I mean, it's still relevant, but like
Well, Johnny Cash is pretty fucking relevant.
pretty relevant.
Yeah.
But, like,
Pretty continuously. But other than that, you're not really familiar with much?
No.
So do you listen to the gay stuff? Baby,
Little Nas
baby,
X.
baby. Yeah.
the actual gay stuff.
My
Yeah, I listened
pop
to
playlist is
throwbacks.
kind of scuffed, to be honest. Like, I'm not proud of anything in my pop playlist.
To be fair, I prefer not to listen to music while driving because you just can't beat the sound of a
What?
You just can't beat the sound
Well,
of a
you're-
1967 Ford F500. Just swapping
To be
through them
fair,
gears.
if I
Say it
had
again.
a big block V8, I probably would have the radio down most of the time.
Dude, it just sounds so
But I'm
purdy.
such a, I genuinely really like music, so that's just a part that it's like, even if I, you know, I would want to be listening to it anyway, because I really like music.
I've never been really big
But,
on music.
That's always weird to hear, because to me it just seems
I've
inherent
never
to
heard
really like
anyone
music.
who's not into music.
No,
I
I'm into
know
it,
a
it's not
surprising
really-
amount of people.
Like, I could care less if it's off or if it's on.
See, and I prefer to, I like always turn on my music, because I have Spotify, but I don't have an aux cord or Bluetooth, so I have to connect through a fucking FM transmitter in my
no
car.
cord.
Yeah, well, your
Yeah,
car's
you
from
also-
2012, so it damn well better. Alright, we can leave.
Help.
Everybody evacuate.
I can't.
What are you guys
I got no
doing?
help, I got no snacks.
I'm sorry, you guys
Just
went out killing
get in your
people
car.
and didn't invite probably the best GTA killer.
I'm sorry, you said you didn't want to join.
I didn't receive an invite, I don't believe.
No, it wasn't to a session.
Should
it was
have.
to the A's. Remember
Ow,
when
I
we
got my
said, "Don't
tires
watch
shot
your
out."
A's"?
That should be enough.
Yeah, where we said don't watch your A's, so you could then.
So you could then join us, yeah. I guess we can invite you on the next one.
But, yeah.
But if you guys want to
But,
get over faster.
I don't know, but I also, one of my favorite things to do is drive in the rain. I do love that.
Hate that. I absolutely hate that.
I love driving. You don't, you...
I don't
think
drive.
you've driven
but
anything
when
other than
I
a
am
gator, though.
getting driven around, I hate even driving in the rain.
Oh no, I love it.
I
love
can't
it. I love the sound,
You
I
can't
love the
just have the
environment.
windows down, you know, putting your arms
I love
through
the
the
I love
window.
the sound.
Don't be a
of
bitch,
rain.
roll the windows down.
I love the sound when it's raining, like while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Dude, it's,
Yeah,
Pitter
that
It's
that's good. That's the only time rain is okay is when I'm sleeping or trying to sleep.
Rain is at its
rain
best when
is
I don't have to
always
do anything.
okay. Rain is always welcome.
Rain
Okay, you
is a
guys
good
live
thing.
in places where it rains a shit ton, so
I live in
yeah,
an
you
arid state,
know,
actually.
like
rain
Florida, it
makes
rains like every
money.
day, and I don't know how much it rains in
Rain makes
Colorado,
corn.
but like
Corn makes whiskey. Anyway,
it's
No, it actually does not rain very often.
It rains.
it's been like 2 weeks
There's a
since the
lake.
last time it's rained.
Okay, so crazy
It does
thing
not rain
happened,
much at all.
right? There was a party this last Saturday, like that just happened, like the Saturday that we just had. And this kid, right, he did cocaine a while ago, and it put him in the hospital. He
Yep,
almost
sounds like
died.
Florida. It's probably some
But
meth too.
some kid, what they called, messaged the dude's brother and said he's doing it again. So the dude's brother just rolls up and everything, screaming, pulls his shirt off, throws it in the fire, and then goes to ask who it
Florida
was.
wildin'.
And then what's it called? After that, after he realized what everyone was lying, he went and just started choking out his brother. And he choked his brother out. That was top peak entertainment, I tell you what.
Yeah, Florida is just a different breed. I'm sure you've seen the Florida man memes at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
It's true. Like,
It's not really.
it's
True
all
story.
happened.
People say Florida's crazy, but I don't find it to be.
Somebody
It's
in
not
your
as
county
it's
stole
not-
2 police cars.
It's
well,
only
in your
because
former
of the
county.
way
at least.
Florida's laws are, is that they have to release body cam footage and news stuff right away.
I'm pretty sure
that's just the way.
Just about everywhere it does.
Well, that also plays into the fact that Florida is.
Well, the only thing in Florida that I found crazy was
Yeah.
when.
That plus that law is what makes.
Isn't
it crazy.
Florida a blue state?
No,
No.
not yet.
Sometimes
not
isn't it
yet.
a swing state?
Not yet. It is a swing state, I believe. In
That's what I
fact,
thought, 'cause,
Texas
I
is
mean-
now more of a swing state than Ohio is.
Oh God.
Did you know that? Oh my god!
We
I
need to
heard that and I
nuke
was like,
Austin,
fuck.
Texas.
Hey, can I get a new vehicle next time?
Are you in a fucking hearse?
Dude, just call in a new one right now.
Yeah, you can just do that right now. There is nothing stopping you. But
Why does he have a Bugatti?
because he's not country enough.
I'm not.
I mean, I used to drive the Ferrari and stuff, but like it
Yeah.
wasn't a Bugatti.
The only
come on.
reason you're not doing that right now is because you sold it.
I know, but like
I'm
even
driving a
then,
fucking
it's not a
Chevy
Bugatti.
Suburban. It's not that far off, to be honest.
No, Bugattis are way more overrated.
I don't know.
Out of all the hypercars and stuff, I'd rather have a Ferrari.
Have you heard
than
how
a-
many times Ferrari has sued people over dumb shit?
Oh, I don't know.
So I'll go over
I
a few
heard they
here.
don't like when you
For-
customize their shit.
Yeah, Ferrari sued Deadmau5, the EDM guy, for wrapping his Ferrari and also like rebadging it. He put Nyan Cat on the side and called it the Ferrari, and Ferrari was pissed, so they sent him a cease and desist. So he bought a Lamborghini instead. Ferrari will sue you if you sell their car too quickly. Or if you sell it without going to the dealer first to ask if the dealer wants it. They're very sue happy. Yes, they watch the Donut Media video on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only
Which, by the way,
watched
Donut Media,
2
great channel.
donut videos, and
Donut's great.
I
I
only
encourage you
it
to
was
watch
a
it.
Corvette
Where's the
66R
vehicle I'm
video,
supposed to sue?
and why is there
It's in the
coffee?
plane.
Put it on hard mode.
Just look for the not moving blue circle.
What the fuck?
looks
Why are the
pretty
cops all different now? The spawns are whack, dude. Who didn't leave right away?
Is it on
Why
normal?
am I driving this in?
Well, Aqua's in the middle of.
Oh my
fucking
gosh,
ass
this
town.
is the
Well,
biggest
Aqua
plane
just
I've
got
ever
there.
seen.
Have you never done this
This is
fucking
the
mission?
easiest mission in the game.
Oh wait,
This
am
is
I
like
not
the
supposed to be in the
grinding
plane?
mission.
This is my grinding mission, dude.
Am I not supposed to be in the plane?
No, you are supposed
Get
to
in the
steal
plane.
the
Well,
car.
get in the back
get in
of
the
the
plane and steal a car.
Get in the
Okay.
back.
It's my first time. I didn't know. This is so big.
Dude,
Wow.
just
God,
get
that's
in
so
the
funny.
back of the bus, dude. Come on.
How long is it gonna take for me to lose this fucking heat? God damn. There
Yeah,
we go.
no, what happened? I swear I
There were helicopters coming, and I didn't want them to see me. So, let's see here.
This
Oh,
is certified shit for brain development right now.
What is the longest you can recall ever being like on a road trip for? So I'll talk about our longest road trip. That could be
I
entertaining.
drove to...
Okay.
Well, it can't be that far for you, Mr. Island Boy.
Well,
No.
I directed it at him first, and then I decided to.
Maybe an hour or two.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, really?
that's so
I have done
sad.
that. I do that like every weekend.
Is that what constitutes
fun.
a road trip here? Or there?
I've
Yeah,
heard that people
but
like
we
won't
don't
go
go
and see their
far.
dad very often because
An
they live
hour,
like 45
dude,
minutes
I want to
away.
let you know that an hour here is like just a normal commute.
We would drive an hour for dinner.
Yeah, honestly.
We would drive an hour just to look at something and then go home.
Yeah.
Like, some people commute. Like my dad's work is like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
And it's like a
Mine-
daily 9 to 5 drive.
My longest was 18 hours.
I drove
Straight
to...
or-
Yeah, straight.
Okay, that's
I've driven to multiple places. I don't remember how long they took.
I've had 2 major road trips.
We went to Michigan, but we were in the car for a while. Like, we went all the way up to the Upper Peninsula, so...
Ah.
I also went to Chicago, but we weren't there for long. We just went to the train station and got the fuck out of there. And
I've
went
been
straight to
to
Phoenix.
Hawaii.
Yeah, fair enough.
California.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, technically, the longest road trip I had was 3 weeks long.
Jesus.
God.
That's
Christ
pretty
almighty.
interesting. Well, that's why. with the
Now, I
race and
assume there
stuff.
were a lot of breaks
That's why Bristol.
and probably hotel stays.
Yeah, no,
which is
that
just, like,
was
far.
Was that
it was
Bristol?
actually this summer at Charlotte. We were supposed to be going to Charlotte, but instead we went all the way up to Tennessee, Kentucky, and stuff like that. And it took a while to get back down to Charlotte.
That's fair.
So 3 weeks technically road trip. We were on the road every single day.
God damn.
Well,
The longest I've been a part
all
of
day, though.
What the fuck?
was
them warm.
well, the longest I was a part of was when my dad moved to. Well, at first it was Virginia. Now
It's
he's in West
taken
Virginia,
2
but
years
when
to
he
get
first
here.
went out there, it was West Virginia. Ohio.
Yeah, I had to lose the cops, and then I was in the train tunnel, and then I hadn't realized that I lost the cops.
He wants to
very
hop my
long time ago.
Pornhub Ferrari.
It's blank white.
Some
Nothing
thought.
on it. Actually, it's chrome.
Actually, look last like
Oh.
I just
The longest road trip
Pornhub.
I was on was, like I said to my dad's, we took all of I-70. So
I went to
it was about a
Buffalo, New York.
4-day venture, but we stopped. But it was kind of like it was a legitimate road trip. So the destinations along the way were also important to it, not just the end goal. So we stopped in a lot of places.
Isn't I-70 go
Um,
through Columbus?
Yeah, we stopped there because I have I have an uncle in Columbus. I don't know if he's still there, but I'm pretty sure he is.
any family
Um,
in Florida.
No, they've all moved.
Never come.
They've all moved.
Please come to Ohio. We need more people.
You're
Actually, no,
you're
we
the
don't.
Ohio
We
equivalent of
don't
like,
need
please
any
come to
more people.
Brazil.
Please leave.
Please come to Brazil.
Please come to Brazil.
But we stopped in Kansas City, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Columbus,
I went
and
through Indianapolis.
where we ended up
I
in
think.
Virginia.
I don't remember.
So,
No, wait, no.
but that
I
was like a 4-day venture. I think we stopped every major city.
I went to
And then the next,
Massachusetts and did whatever
Gross.
there. Yeah, I also went to Niagara Falls. Also
fair.
went to Virginia. Oh, Virginia! Dude, Virginia was so nice. We went to the Blue Ridge Mountains. Oh my god, it was so nice.
I love Virginia. I think it's a pretty, again, if,
Yeah.
other than the fact that it's of questionable
Fredericksburg.
redness, like it's not as Republican as I might prefer
Yeah, no,
it to be.
their
If you go
gun
into
laws
Northern
are
Virginia, too, it's just
getting-
Southern Virginia.
The gun laws are getting pretty strict, and I think they have a flag law now.
I think that's a federal thing.
What?
I think Biden is trying to institute a federal red flag law.
No flag for flags.
Oh,
Like action flags.
well, that's also happening, but
What the fuck is a red flag?
But,
law? What does that mean?
it means people can report. The government can take away your guns if somebody reports you.
Oh,
basically.
that's pretty weird. I just drove over his car because it's so shit.
Bugatti and that fucking lifted. Yeah. Maryland's pretty bad.
Yeah,
My dad's a Maryland native, and he does not like it all that much.
The small
Really
state
prefers
too,
Virginia,
really
which is
is.
where he grew up.
It's not Rhode Island.
It's a small
like-
state.
There's a point in
It's a
Maryland
small state,
where
but
it's
it's-
only 2 miles wide.
Yeah, but its biggest issue is pretty bad gun laws. It's one of the only
Yeah,
magazine
due to the fact that-
restricting.
Due to the fact that it's home to Baltimore, so
Yeah, that never helps.
it doesn't help its case out at all. I had a guy at my school wearing a Baltimore Orioles hat, and I said, "What's in Baltimore that you wear that hat for?" He said he didn't know.
The Orioles.
Shut up.
The Ravens, actually. I had a cousin that played for the Ravens.
Nice shot, but it says keep clear.
Shitty car.
Yeah, I had my cousin Jarrett Johnson, I think is his name.
Pretty sure the Ravens
played
used
for
to be
the
from
Ravens.
Cleveland.
No?
Yes.
What?
Check football history. The team itself. I mean, they changed the name afterwards, but
Baltimore Ravens.
Alright, that's everyone backed up.
Oh, God. Alright, I'm just going to stand right here and let Aqua do the work. They were originally, if I can find it. They were established in 1996.
no. Okay, check the football team's actual history.
I am. Baltimore Ravens. It will tell me if it was founded somewhere else. Oh, the owner of the Baltimore Ravens was the owner of the Cleveland Browns. I think that's where you're getting that idea from.
No. Maybe it is.
The Cleveland Browns have been around since 1944. And they've got, what, no championships?
Probably.
8!
What? Not in my lifetime.
Well, they have 4 in the NFL. No, their last one was in 1964.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, they're almost as bad as the fucking Indians.
No, they're worse. They're very much worse.
Oh, here's a good question. What? Not that you probably know a whole lot about it, but what's your opinion? What's your opinion of the Cleveland Indians changing their name from the Indians to the Guardians, which is basically entirely, political
They've done it.
correctness thing?
They've done that. If they change the Kansas City Chiefs, there will be a civil war.
Oh, there's the Kansas City Chiefs. There's
If
more.
they do that,
I mean,
know, but the Chiefs, there will be.
Atlanta Braves.
I'm not even kidding.
That would be sad if the Atlanta Braves win the World Series this season, which I really hope they do. I don't want fucking Houston doing it again.
Oh yeah, what's up with Houston? Why are they? They're cheating again. There's
Houston
no
has
way.
been cracked
They
since
have to be
2017.
I know they had to be cheating.
Well, they were in 2017.
I know. They had to be
But then they've
still-
been in
they're
the
just not
only
even
World
good.
Series they missed was 2019, but the Red Sox were in it, but the Dodgers were their opponent, who has also been in almost all of them.
Yeah,
It's been mostly Red Sox Dodgers,
There's a
except
lot
for
of
when it
repeated
was
teams.
Washington.
They need to get some more
or
diversity.
Yeah, really.
Flashback to 2016 when the Cubs and Indians were.
I'm in pain. I'm getting shot at. So, yeah, what do you think about teams? Because recently a lot of teams have been changing their names because they have some sort of, the name has some sort of tie to Native American stuff. including the Washington Redskins, which also had to change the name, and they still don't have an actual name.
The
for some reason.
Redskins, I guess, if there was one to remove it, would have been that one.
That's the only one I will give them any sort of.
Yeah, Indians.
The Indians, I
was
think that's a
named
dumb
after,
choice.
One of the Native American players that was on
It
the
was named after
Cleveland
a fucking
Spiders.
player that they were
Yeah.
honoring from the Spiders. Which, by the way, still pissed they didn't rename it the Spiders. Why didn't they
They
rename it the
should've done
Spiders? Literally everyone
Well,
wanted it
the
to be the
name they
Spiders.
picked makes sense. It's because the bridge.
It's okay.
The bridge that's
It's
there.
fair. It could have been worse.
They tried.
But it's still not the Cleveland
But still,
Bye.
shouldn't have changed it at all.
Yeah, I agree.
But I will say, if they change the Kansas City Chiefs, there will be a Civil War, guaranteed 100%. That would be the team that'll do it.
Don't judge me, please.
That would be the team that'll end it all.
What?
Nothing. I'm just talking to Aqua.
Oh.
Like they can change the Braves or whatever,
I'm dead.
but if they try
Yeah,
I
and
think
know.
that's the one thing they shouldn't change, because that's the one thing that doesn't make any sense for them to change.
yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I
guess
just
the
know.
Chiefs, too.
I just know the Chiefs. If they change the Chiefs, I just know the fans will be. It
There will
won't
be
be
an
this
uproar,
because I mean DC
Or the Blackhawks.
Redskins, like it's in DC. They're
Oh,
not,
and the Blackhawks too. 'cause
they're
in
not gonna do
Chicago.
anything. Please.
'Cause the Blackhawks are in Chicago, and we all know Chicago. Wouldn't recommend that place either. I've been there twice, or I think once. I've been there once, and it was on accident. I missed my flight from DC to Colorado, and I ended up in Chicago for like an hour. And I was the wrong side, because it was
I
the
went there
White
twice, I
Sox
wasn't
side
there
instead
for
of the
outreach.
Cubs side. And I know your opinion of the Cubs, but I like the Cubs. So, alright, do you have any questions for life out here in the States?
Let me think here.
You usually don't have any
Why are we
questions
so
about anything,
American
but
and so badass? Why do we love our guns so much?
Yeah, why do you?
Because they're fun to shoot.
there's a handful of reasons. I'm going to take this question seriously. There are a handful of reasons.
Yeah, for real.
For one, they're fun.
They're very important too.
Few things are quite as fun as loud, aggressive noises and shooting explosives. You know, shooting good old tannerite, which I will have to do at some
we
point.
just
I
look
will have to shoot
badass.
tannerite. It's awesome. Have you ever seen
The
FPS
fact
Russia?
that we can do it alone
No.
is amazing.
That hurts. Never watched FPS Russia. Okay. But the other reason for that is just because it is a constitutional right.
It's
so a lot
very
of people
important to
want.
have in a successful country, I would say. Because if
In
you don't
a
have that backup
country
system,
that can
like,
remain free.
like if a country, like if they just wanted to turn dictatorship and stuff, now the citizens can take it in their own hands and reestablish that democracy.
Yeah. Historically, one of the easiest ways for a dictatorship to enter
Is remove
starts
the guns.
with removing arms from citizens.
And that's always how it's worked. They did it in
Yeah.
Australia. I
Well,
swear
they're doing it in
They're doing it in
Australia.
Australia right now. I swear they're gonna do something there soon.
I believe it
They
happened
did it
in
in
Russia as
Russia.
well, despite the whole revolution starting because of the citizens having
They're doing it in
arms.
Afghanistan
but-
with the Taliban. That's what they're doing.
Mhm.
They're telling them, hey, you guys don't need these. You know, we're protecting you. And what
'Cause-
they're gonna do then is then they're gonna take their rights away and they can't do anything. You know, and that's why. That's
one of
why,
the things that guns provide to civilians is the ability to fight back
That's tyrannical
against a
government.
potentially tyrannical government, as I'm
And also,
just
like,
about everyone's heard a million
self-defense,
times.
like, common sense things. Like, somebody's trying to kill you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna defend yourself. You're not.
For the same
you
reason
know.
you carry a pocket knife and I carry a pocket knife,
It's just
you
way
would
more
carry a gun.
efficient
It's
to have
just
a gun.
easier
It's
to
so much
use
safer to have
and
a
more
gun.
effective.
Yeah.
It is.
It
I agree.
really
I
is.
would feel
It's
much
such-
better if I could carry a handgun instead of
It's
a knife.
honestly a no-brainer. Like, honestly, if countries' leadership really wanted their citizens to feel safe, the way you can feel the safest is to have a gun. Like, if you've ever had like a nightmare or anything, like you're scared and stuff, and you like don't know what to do, so you like crawl up in the ball and stuff, you know. But like, if you have a gun with you, like, it sounds stupid, but like, in a way, I'm being serious. Like, if you have a gun with you, you just feel safer because you know you have
someone,
that power.
you're just gonna shoot it, and it's gonna be your mom or something.
And what? No, like you know that you can enter that situation not being scared because you know you can put that threat down. You know.
Or
It gives you extra peace of mind.
Or you can let your balls drop and just man up and sleep through it. You know, that's always an option as well. I mean,
don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
And in all seriousness, answer, it's one of the most important things in the world.
In my personal opinion, as is coincidentally stated in the Second Amendment, the security of a free nation requires citizens having firearms,
it really
in my
does.
opinion.
That's not even an
I
opinion,
think that,
that's just a fact. It really is.
And it wouldn't even be that bad if it weren't for the fact that no one trusts the American government anyway. So, like, them taking away our firearms would be an immediate sign of something being wrong.
I'm not even kidding. Joe Biden's gonna get us all killed.
There's also a big distrust for police.
He really is.
And that gives even bigger reasons for civilians to have arms, because some civilians don't trust the police to do it for them, so they want to arm themselves.
Yeah, it sucks though, because these leaders that want to take away our guns, they're gonna get us all killed, because they're gonna start a civil war, and it's not gonna go good. Because you know, the second they start trying to take guns away, there will be, like, without a doubt. We're not just gonna be like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble with that.
Everyone call us.
No, you are about to take over our country. This is not happening.
I don't think that works.
Yeah,
you know.
But I will also, what was I gonna say? Oh, I would ask you what your opinion of Joe Biden is, but I don't know why, but that kind of scares me. What your answer might be.
Wait, no. I wouldn't think so.
I guess that's fair. I mean, you probably don't know as much as we do, presumably.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to live with it.
Sleepy Joe.
He just hears about it
it's
every
different.
now and then.
And usually, online, the perception of Democrats is usually better than the perception of Republicans, so you hear better things.
Because you can definitely see the videos of them screwing up, especially Joe Biden. Like, he doesn't know what
But I will say, all
say.
politicians suck ass. Right or left, they all suck ass.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's just which ones suck ass less.
That's my hard choice.
Because kind of to be a politician, you kind of have to be a terrible person anyway. Like, but I don't know. But around here, you're gonna hear a lot of Joe Biden slander.
Yeah, you will not. You're kind of negative him.
But that's coming from our point of view with the things that we hold dear, you know. But I mean, hell, I'm gay and I still don't like Joe Biden. Frankly, I don't think he cares about gay people anyway.
He's Catholic.
Jesus Christ.
He's said anti-gay things before. It's just people have covered it
which
up.
most politicians are pretty good flip-floppers.
Yeah.
They'll say one thing in the 90s and then say a different thing in the 2000s.
Well, mostly Democrats, because they used to be racist, so.
That's fair. But generally,
they try to hide that, though.
I kind of envy you not being all that political. It would be great to not care.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
get rid of a lot of stress.
At the same time,
but it's still kind of important
we lose things because of the people who don't care. Like, the people who don't pay enough attention to these important issues, like, for example, guns and stuff. People, like, they make more stricter laws because, oh, I don't care. They're not going to take away our guns, you know, they don't care. But then they do it.
Progress cannot be made if no one cares.
And it's like, well, now they're going to take it away because you let it happen. And you apparently didn't care. So, in a way, it's nice, it's good for your mentality, but not at all good for the country. You know?
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, politics tear people apart. It really does.
But
like, people can, like,
also,
get together and
none of us are old enough to vote.
But, like, if you don't agree with someone, it will it'll ruin.
Although you would actually, here in a couple months, you would actually legally be allowed to vote here if you were an American citizen.
Oh, I'm going to be voting in the 2024.
See, here's the thing about people having different point of views.
We don't know what we're going to be.
That some people will then change their point of views to not ruin something.
Yeah, there's also the populist perspective, where people just say whatever pleases the most people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's
I
what
think you
never
should just think
works.
your mind, and if someone doesn't like
Inherently,
you
with
for it, then
politics,
that's
you
their
need
fault.
to form your own opinions.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm trying not to be too harsh to you, because I don't want you to just take on everything I say just because I say it. I want you to actually develop your
That's
own
what I was thinking. That your
political opinions based
friend
on how
was
you
gonna
feel about certain things.
say
Of course, I'm going to tell
Let's
you
just go.
why I think that, and maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't. But, you know, I do want to make that clear.
Yeah.
The honky from Scotland. Scottish honky.
Scottish honky. So. But I never got to talk about the other road trip I took. A bit of a different, a little more lighthearted, but I went to Wyoming.
Recently.
Shit, like a month ago now. It's not,
Was
not
it
as
really
recently.
that long ago? No.
It's been probably 3 weeks.
No, it was shorter than that. It was like 2 weeks ago. There's no way it was that long
Still,
ago.
it's been a few weeks at least. So it started off as we wanted to go to Casper. We have family in Casper, but I want to move there, so I wanted to take a tour of the place and kind of get a feel for some of the cities. I had been to Cheyenne before. For like probably the week prior, I went to Cheyenne. And I do quite like Cheyenne. I thought it was pretty cool. But also, there is also... But we went to Casper, which I thought was really cool, too. And then we said, fuck it, we're going to go to Jackson, which is right under Yellowstone, if you've ever heard of that.
Yeah.
Who hasn't heard
Big
of
national
Yellowstone?
park. Well, I don't know. It's, you know, he's in a foreign country. You never know.
It's a, like
Not to be confused
it's
with
like
California's
the national
Yosemite.
park.
I've been in Yosemite
Also.
National Park
Yellowstone is like.
and Yellowstone.
I've never been to
Yellowstone- we actually
Yellowstone.
didn't
I
end up
wanna
going
go
to
so
Yellowstone.
bad.
And I've been to the Redwood National
I would recommend
Forest.
it. Going to Jackson, I would recommend
went
it.
where,
Because Grand
Aqua?
Teton National Park, gorgeous.
I've been to Yosemite National
Aside from
Park.
that one shit I took
The
in the middle of
Yellowstone.
the forest.
The Redwood National Park or Forest.
That is the only place in California I would
Yeah,
consider
that's
going
the
is
only
Redwood.
place in California. Yeah, that's what.
I would like to maintain a
Yosemite one
spotless
is not
record and
far.
just never go. I want to still be able to always say that I've never been, but if I was like forced at gunpoint to go, that's where I would go.
Yeah.
So, but so we went. There's also a city called Dubois. You would think it's pronounced Dubois, but according to our local Wyomingans, it is.
Is it like
Dubois.
Des Moines, Iowa?
Yeah, except to be pronounced like Des Moines instead. So, but yeah, Dubois, it's a really small town, but I love the way it feels. It's a great town. And then Jackson is nice too. A little bit too Democrat, but it's fine. Alright, break it up, you two. That's on fire. That is very on fire. God damn. So, oh my god, the floating gas can explodes. Did you know that? That's wild. No, I thought it was like not an actual physical thing.
Yeah, no, it does. These also
Seeing
leak.
as it's lifted off the ground and spinning. But yeah, do you have any other questions for US of A?
Why are we so fucking American?
No.
With barbecue sauce on every single thing we eat. Yeah, I know, we're kind
I
of
don't
cool.
know.
Eat?
Barbecue sauce.
I do. I think
Apple
I like
would
barbecue.
smoke
Not
barbecue.
every,
Oh
not
my
everything,
gosh.
but like
Spiked like barbecue like
Bob
with
Evans
alcohol?
barbecue sauce. Like just a regular barbecue sauce. It slaps, dude.
Yeah, I feel like you'd probably prefer American alcohol.
Beer. You want a cold beer? You don't want a warm beer.
I don't think they have warm beer though. I think that's just Germany. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's mostly
Oh,
Germany.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it was a European.
But they do have warm tea. That's the difference. The tea is warm.
Well,
Out here, our tea is
everyone's
cold.
tea is- Oh, I mean, it's kind of mixture.
Yeah, but I feel like the typical American form of tea is
I drink
iced tea.
lemonade iced tea instead of what
Lemonade iced tea is the only tea
I drink
like.
that on
I
a
don't
farm,
mind
so
lemonade iced tea.
That's what I drink.
But I don't know. We're a very consumer-based place. We base a lot of our personalities off of products. We buy Wrangler jeans and
Pit Vipers.
And Pit Vipers, even though they're $70.
$80 or $100 for me.
Shit.
Well, yeah, $70
I'm
minimum.
not cheap.
And cowboy boots from Ariat.
And Stetson cowboy hats.
And yeah, although I don't have any. I don't have a Stetson.
I have a Stetson.
Because I don't know. I feel like my $50 ones are
I
decent
spent
enough.
$100 on the Stetson.
Yeah, I don't know. But you also want a specific kind of cowboy hat.
I do. I like certain shapes and stuff.
Whereas I can just go into any given
I don't
store
just buy
and buy a
shit.
cowboy
When
hat.
I buy something, I want something specific, and if I need to pay a lot of money for it, then I save up. You know.
Also, the car culture is very different in UK because there's not enough
There's no
room for big
NASCAR.
3,500 dualies and
Yeah.
really
you guys
most
even have
full-size pickup
over
trucks
there?
anyway.
Pardon?
Do people even have pickup trucks over there?
Few.
Like
Like you can
Chevy?
get like the Ranger.
GMC
You
Sierra?
can get mid-size pickups.
The sexiest truck
That's a full
ever.
size.
Oh,
The sexiest new truck, not just the sexiest new truck.
So am I like just carrying you guys through this, or?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Not,
Okay.
I mean, kinda, I guess.
Dude,
Sure.
You said you'd never even done these missions before. If anything, I'm carrying. The only thing you have is a faster car.
Yeah, but I've gone first every single time so far.
I guess that's fair.
I mean, yeah.
But I think most of the cars in the UK are just like compacts,
Ew.
like fucking hatchbacks and shit. I think.
What's a compact? Ew.
Which I personally hate small vehicles. I prefer larger.
I mean,
Meteor
small
gas
vehicles,
hogs.
Small country that a long road trip is 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's absurd, by the way. I don't think you realize how like crazy that sounds to Americans.
Because by the way, my
Like
my
1
Wyoming
hour
road trip
is a long distance
was
thing. I'm sorry.
like a
But
20-hour road trip.
Not a thing.
It was a 20-hour road trip.
1 hour is like a cruise here.
1 hour's like, hey, let's go for a drive. All right, sure.
Yeah,
Now, me, I love driving.
That's absurd.
So driving for an
can't
hour, I
imagine
feel like I
that.
already
Like,
got home.
Is that how people in smaller countries feel?
I would assume
Like
so.
a long distance
roads-
trip is like.
The roads are windier, and
super
also
short.
you can't like. There's only so many places you can go.
But
And you
windy.
can't.
I know. but
drive a
he didn't
car
say distance.
over
He
the-
said hour. Like how long the trip is.
My audio isn't included.
What?
What? I'm checking mine right now.
What?
Mine's included.
I specifically asked him to.
He
double
said
check. So,
his.
"Oh, my
He
audio's always
said his
included."
automatically turned on earlier.
Yeah, no.
So did
I'm
mine.
staying with
Mine
you
did
guys.
too.
Why wasn't an India
Don't
guy?
screw with us, dude.
My audio
Mine
is
is because racial
I've always
stereotypes
been
are
for
funny.
that.
That's a thing in America, by the way. We're not racist. to be
Our
racist, we're
comedy is
racist
very
to be
scuffed. We had like, and for
It's
the
'cause we're
record,
just
not
such a
only for you,
diverse
but for
country,
the
though.
viewers of our channel, we aren't legitimately racist. He might be homophobic. He
I'm-
is homophobic.
I am
I won't
legitimately
disclose that
but-
actual information.
I'm 100%.
But just thinking of that Wildcat clip
I
where
put
it
up
says
with your
something else.
shit.
It says the gamer word after 100%.
No.
You know, we aren't actually racist.
I am.
We aren't
No,
sexist.
Stereotypes.
But
Stereotypes
stereotypes
is a form
are
of
funny.
comedy.
It is a
You will
form of comedy.
realize that.
But we
very
don't mean
quickly.
anything by it. I don't look at like.
Fuck.
I don't
black
look at
and go,
black
"Ugh."
people and say the N word. You know, I'm not
Personally,
racist.
I do.
Well, I feel like you don't know how to actually talk seriously.
Ow.
So. But
Look, we had
yeah,
all that
we
plane.
just wanted to put that on the record, just in case anyone was curious. Why is the plane there?
It's always here.
Uh,
So you went through the wrong entrance. That's why.
I think I went. No, I went through the right entry. I just went through 2
Fuck.
gates instead of 1. I think.
Oh, I did that once.
So. But yeah, without Ohio asking a question for you, is there anything you're curious about?
No, not really.
Okay. I mean, it could be simple. It doesn't have to be like complex or political. It could just be like, hey,
Now,
what?
I'm sure you might not know, but do you want to know what supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is spelled?
I used to be able to spell
Personally,
it
I
like
couldn't tell you.
I'm not even kidding. I was told I spelled it right, so
You know, I was told
It's
I
I
not
don't
did
have
how
the
it
it
feels
energy
right.
to do it right now. How do other countries feel about America? Are you guys like scared of us, or like how does that work?
I hope so.
No, everybody
Well,
thinks you're idiots.
Really?
Which,
the
to be
fact that
fair,
we could literally
not far off.
the fact that we could literally crush your country like a grape.
Yeah,
Does that not scare you at all?
no.
No.
Because they're pretty long, storied allies.
I guess. But like
Since,
if
you know, World
if
War
you
One.
did somehow piss us off.
You know, you
Like
guys are
the fact that we
dead.
could quite literally, like I said, crush you guys like a grape. Like in between our
I don't think
index
they're concerned
and
about that
thumb,
happening.
You know?
Trust me, there's too much bureaucracy for the U.S. to get involved in a war against the UK.
Like I'm saying, is any
couldn't
other
do it.
country intimidated by
We don't
our
fight
power?
developed nations anymore.
Or any
We
countries?
just lose to developing nations.
I don't think you guys are getting the question. Like,
Vietnam.
are you intimidated by our power?
I think he's already answered
England
the
is,
question.
yes.
Well, England's a bunch of
Scotland
fucking
doesn't give a
pussies.
shit.
Well, Scotland is Scotland.
Because what are they gonna do
Well,
with
I'm
Scotland?
just saying, like in
you
general,
know?
like, because it's one thing to hear how people feel in America about America, but like, you kind of have to hear it from an outside perspective. So like, maybe not just Scotland, but like maybe you hear like stuff from other countries too. Like, is it just like
the Europe?
just Europe in general?
I think that I
We
would
could probably crush the
assume
entire
the general
continent
opinion
as
is
well.
just we don't like, you know, we think they're all idiots. Because to be fair, most of us are.
Why is it taking you guys so
But-
long?
I just set low expectations.
I'm already
It's
here.
because
dude.
the
I don't know what you're
spawns of the
talking
cops are screwed up all of a sudden.
Call them off on your way to the place.
I never thought of that.
I do that every single time. I usually just do it legitimately. I do nothing in this game legitimately, or any other game.
about. Yeah, that's fair. So, alright, do I have anything else written down here? I know I have a few other things, but the question is, do I care to
Yeah,
actually
mudding.
ask
Do you guys go mudding in Scotland?
What's your opinion on the vaccine? Oh, never mind. Hold on. Muddin. Muddin.
Have you ever been
Would you know,
mudding?
do you know what mudding is?
No, I don't.
Basically, you take your lifted off-road pickup truck and you just
Or
run
side
it
by
through
side,
mud.
or four wheeler,
Or some sort of off-road vehicle.
Some kind of
like old school
2005
SUVs.
Kia Sedona SD.
I don't think you could do that.
No, you cannot. That thing would get stuck in
But
2
like my
seconds.
Cherokee would be a good vehicle. Jeeps.
I think the van could look at them. I didn't get stuck.
Which actually, the Cherokee's decently common in the UK, to my knowledge, because it was sold in the UK. I don't know if it's still around, but it's a crossover SUV. It's pretty small.
that Honda
All things
pickup
considered.
truck, the 4x4 one.
The fucking Ridgeline.
No,
I
it's
want
a different one.
whoever.
It's a
I was
different
telling my
one
friend at
from
lunch
a foreign
the other day, I
country.
said I want whoever invented the
So
Ridgeline to fucking die. That
Same
is
thing with the,
Nissan Titan.
What's the
The
newest?
Nissan not even bad. It has Cummins in
The
it.
like Santa Fe. Isn't it like
Just whatever the Nissan
Kia?
was.
the Hyundai Santa Fe? That can die too.
Isn't the Santa Fe just an SUV?
No, the Santa Fe is a pickup. It's a
No, it's not.
one unibody pickup.
No, it's not. Hyundai Santa Fe.
It has a bed. It's a ute, I guess.
Nope, it's definitely a SUV.
Am I thinking of the wrong one?
Honda SUV. Or Honda. Oh, fuck.
It's Hyundai.
Honda Santa
Hyundai.
Fe. Well, I already looked up the.
No, the Honda.
Oh, fuck. No, it's searching that.
What is that newest?
Honda.
Is it the it's the Santa
Fe.
Cruz. The Santa Cruz.
Hyundai Santa Cruz. Ew!
Yeah. Or the new Ford. What's the newest Ford? The Ford.
Yeah, look, he doesn't look bad though.
Bronco.
Excuse me? No, not the Bronco.
The new
new
Mustang.
pickup.
It looks like the front of a Chevy.
Well, the Mustang.
It looks like the front of a Chevy Blazer mixed with
the new pickup. What's that new small pickup? The Maverick. The Ford Maverick.
It looks like a Chevy
That
Blazer.
thing's terrible.
I've never heard of that.
It looks like a Chevy Blazer?
Like
What does?
It looks like a Chevy Blazer pickup.
Oh, like the new one.
Yeah.
You know the Ford
yeah, that's actually
Maverick
kinda
is
fair.
a car, right?
That's why, like,
The Ford Maverick is a
Car from a
car
long,
with a bed.
car from a while ago.
Yeah, they use the same badge. They also did that with the with something else. But yeah, they brought back an old nameplate.
So is it not the old
So
one?
no, they just brought. It's a new, like sub $20,000 compact
Really? It's
pickup truck.
under
It's a
20
unibody.
grand.
It's like 19 grand.
That's
but
cheap.
It's extremely
for a new
cheap for
truck.
a new car.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Most
So
used
big for
vehicles
college.
are still like 30, 40 grand.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, most like sub 5-year-old new used vehicles.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I can buy a fucking XJ for like $500 on Craigslist, or in like a back alley, to be honest. But I don't know. So, but yeah, I guess we might all differ on this opinion. But what is your opinion of the vaccine? Do you first of all, do you have it?
Yes, I took the first one. I'm waiting for my
Okay.
second.
Are you kidding? That country probably mandates everyone. Like, you know how they're trying to do
Actually,
it here,
is
but
that-
they
do
probably
they?
like.
No.
Is that a
oversee
mandate or is
everything.
it optional?
It's optional.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's actually kind of
recommended.
surprising. Well, yeah, it's recommended here too.
But if you want to travel, you have to.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, take your 1
That's
hour
true.
road trip.
If
yeah,
you want
my
to
bad.
go anywhere, it's recommended, but really it's mandated if you
Well,
want
I
to be
can't
able
go
to
to
function.
can't go to the next city without my vaccine.
Yeah, if you want to do anything, then yeah, I guess it's mandated. But out here, it's just a recommendation. It's an actual recommendation. Like, if you don't get it, you can still do just about anything. For now, that might change.
No,
Yeah, there's some is.
Oh shit.
But, I don't have it personally. I thought about it for a while.
They can't force people to get vaccines.
I'm
You know,
still
those
thinking about it.
anti-vaxxers, you know.
I'm
Most
all
of
for
them are
like
liberals, so what
polio
are they gonna
vaccines and
do?
actual legitimate, childhood vaccines. But I don't
Yeah,
know,
no,
I
I
feel
have
a
all
little
my
bit different about the
shots.
COVID vaccine.
I got all my shots.
Yeah. But I've also, like, I've never had a flu shot, and to me, to be honest,
I've
to me,
never
COVID does
gotten-
not seem very different from the flu.
Never
It's
gotten the
just more
flu,
sensationalized.
but I have gotten the flu shots.
I don't think I've gotten the flu
So-
either. So if I don't get the flu shot, I don't really see a whole big point in getting it. Unless, I mean, like, because
Yeah,
the
it's just
family that
extra
would be at
precaution,
risk,
you know?
that's one of the biggest things. Is like, oh well, what about the other people who are at risk?
The only,
Well, they
reason,
have the
the only
vaccine.
reason I was iffy on the COVID
You know.
vaccine is because, you know, it was literally invented in a year, if that.
Yeah, and as I've learned in business
It's
law,
such a sketchy
drug companies
thing.
are held to a very strict liability legally. So if they fuck up, it's, I mean, like drugs take
kidding?
usually about 10 years to get into the market. 10 years of testing before they get into the market.
I'm
So,
thinking
a
that
year is a little
COVID
bit
was
different.
already a thing.
COVID is already, yeah, COVID. This specific strain, no, but actual COVID has been around for a long time. The coronavirus is not new. It's just that COVID-19 is new. But anyway, I don't know. I'm not really that stringent about the vaccine. I'll get it if I have to. I might complain a little bit, but
I'm complaining a lot. I don't want it. Dude,
because you
I'm
were
not getting
forced to
it.
get it. You did
I
have
was
to get it.
forced. Well, no, my mom made me. I didn't have to get it for school
Yeah.
or anything, or work
No.
or anything. My mom wanted me to get it. And at first I'm thinking, okay, I mean, I guess it's just an extra precaution. I have had all my vaccines before for everything else.
And my
But
mom
then
and
I
dad
did my
actually don't want it
research.
either.
I'm like, well, this shit's only been invented for 1 year. You know, it only took 1 year to make up this shit. Like, that's kind of sketchy, right?
Yeah, I think it's too soon. For
You
me to
know?
get it.
I mean, they could be poisoning
I wanna
me. Like,
see
what
how
is
it
this?
affects
This is
people.
This is like vaping and stuff. Like, they haven't tested it. We're the guinea pigs.
Oh, that's a good question. Do you vape?
No.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
I
never
smoke.
vaped.
I've been offered a few times, but I'm kind of a square, so I haven't actually done it.
I've done quite a bit of things
Oh.
I regret.
I haven't done a whole lot. I've had some alcohol.
I've never had a drink of alcohol, never smoked anything. I'm like
I've not had a
I'm
cigarette.
like the
I have not had weed.
prime
I've been
example of
offered.
perfect job. What was that? What does that mean?
Mean anything.
This is my last
Just that
one I'm
you
getting
smoke
off.
weed or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because we're close to ending the podcast.
Alright
So-
then. Well, we're gonna end it off on smoking weed then.
I guess we can call it there. Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome.
So-
So thank you for joining us.
Thank you all for watching
I-
episode 13 of the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. I'm sorry to hear that. I have been your host, as usual, Dale Wolfhard, of course, joined by my co-host,
And then
as
your actual
usual,
host,
Ohio
Ohio
Man,
Man.
featuring Aqua, and of course,
Dale.
my boyfriend, Mr. Scotland himself, for his first appearance on the channel.
Yay.
Have a good one, everybody.